Do you think depression is real?
I don't even know what is that.
Depression?
Yeah,
You don't know what it is?
yeah. I can't lie to you. So depression is like juju in Africa. Here they call depression. In Africa they call juju.
Why is there terrorism? It's because someone doesn't know who they are. They feel that they are a byproduct of their identity. Someone has controlled their mind. So that's why you could look at someone who does a terrorist attack and don't they feel bad? No, they feel joyful. They feel happy. They believe they're doing the right thing because they're limited.
Why do you, more immigrant, you leave, come to Australia and then start complaining what is there? First, your child can't take drugs. If he goes to the drugs, that you can't control it. There's a consequence is going to come. If your child is going to be one of them, let it be one of them.
Welcome back to the Rabasha Family Podcast. We are here for another special episode. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. We have more content coming on the way. So as we're here, Dad, you had a sermon that we posted yesterday. If you guys make sure to go check that out. Alois Rabasha comes with his weekly sermons where he has his talk, all things spirituality. And you said something very interesting, which is I wanted to base this conversation on. And you talked about something which was funny and very true. And you said the pursuit of happiness. What does it mean to be happy? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, and again, we are here again for Rubasha Family Podcast, and I'm growing. I'm growing every day, experience, learning, and every day. And always when I come back to have a chat, make me, my experience has been grow. We talk, we chat, it make a lot of a life experience. And to be with you, Eve, my son, we sit, we talk, we share to people that are things very good. It make my week, really my day to feel more motivated and every day and more inspired in the every day. Yeah, and thank you. Yeah, so we say we are talking about everything like more spiritual way. And it's a question everybody could see. Everybody want to be happy. It become like marketing. Even there's some courses to teach people to be happy. And you see, normally happy is something to be natural. See, always that was when I was telling the program, I said, why do you want to be happy? How we don't know you are not happy? See, those the question. So you have to know everything, you have to know the reason. And you see the happiness, it's inside, not outside. There's nothing outside is going to make you happy. So your happiness, you got to find it inside you. So that's why you have to know why. And you have to have the reason to make you happy.
It comes from within.
Yeah, it comes within. No one else is good to know if you're happy or no. If you smile, does it make you happy? Or if you're angry, does it make you not happy? So how people can know if you're happy? Someone say, oh, I can't be happy. Of course, if you say you can't be happy, you're not going to be happy because you say it, because it's in your mind. But if you change your mind, don't be happy. The happiness is just come. See, happiness, you don't need to buy anything. Every child born with happiness. Everybody born with positive. Every child born with happiness. It doesn't matter where you're born in Africa, in everywhere, in the bush, in Australia, everywhere. Every child born with happiness. We are born with happiness. So how do you know it's called? Is it what you do? Is it what you want to feel? It's what you're planning in your mind to get and you don't get it? And does that make you happy? You want money and you can't get it. You make yourself unhappy. The people who say they are happy, the people who have everything. Why do you lose happiness? It's in you. It's in your mind. If you know you are God, if you know your mind is everything, you're going to be happy. If you don't know who you are, you can't be happy.
It's funny because like you said, we start off as children, so happy, so present in the moment. When you see a child play, the child's not worrying about, of course, paying bills or is not worrying about the future. The child is just in the moment and is experiencing happiness.
Yes.
But we should, why are we, when we're 5 years old, have a different experience of happiness when we're 35? It should be the same. As we get older, we should continue to have the happiness. Why do we go further away from that childlike state?
Because it's a life experience. It's outside. See, it's outside. So the outside powerful. The people telling you things there. The people asking you questions. The people do things there. You see, sometimes when you're a child, you are born. When you're born, whatever. For example, if you're born in Australia, you are black. See, you're happy. You think there you're Australian because everybody you see them there. And then when you grow up, people start asking, where are you from? See, those questions as why these people are asking you where you're from. And you see, start to explain, you know, and so something, I want this, I want to be like this. Because you put it in your mind what you want to be and you can't do it. You feel unhappy, or you want a girlfriend doesn't like you, you know, you feel unhappy. So it's what you want. You see, you are fighting with yourself. You are fighting with what is on your mind. If you change it, you go to work, you get a job, and you say, you don't like it. So that job make you unhappy. But you see, you can wait to change your mind and to like that job and to make you happy. So happy is it's a gift you have. Yeah, if you keep away, you keep away. If you want to have it, you bring it.
And you know why this is such an amazing talk and why it's also so powerful is because I feel, like you said, people are always chasing it without knowing that they have it within them. But the reason they're chasing it is because I feel we're brought up, or we don't have the realization, like you said, that we're a God, which what that means is that we're limited identities. We feel unlimited. So you give a person money, you give them whatever it is, whatever the situation is, if they have that thinking from I'm limited, then it will be destruction. If you know who you are, for example, like you look at us, right? Our bodies, this body that we're in, I'm not my body. I'm not my thoughts. This is just an avatar for the God within. It's just for the consciousness to be placed in here. So when you know you're eternal, when you know how powerful you are, then you know, I don't need anything. I don't need to chase anything. And I think what people have done well is, in the Western society and everywhere else, is the people who run the world, they know how powerful they are, but they use the fear, they use these tactics because people don't know themselves. So when you use fear for someone who feels limited or for someone who doesn't know themselves, it will work. There's a recession on the news, you know, or there's racism. Put fear into the people. They don't know who they are, because if they really know who they were, this wouldn't apply for them. But if they also knew who they were, they wouldn't be coming and buying these products. So we use things like advertising, movies, these things to pursue happiness, to chase it. Also money.
Yes, so also the big things is what we call marketing. The white society have learned that, have nurtured that.
Very well.
Have experiences to market, and they're doing well.
So well.
So the marketing, everything, and that is why the difference is the rest of the world, especially when you compare Africans or white. So white community knew how to market everything. They take it away. They market good or they market evil. Both things they market well, and people's mind keep telling people everything's there. So that's how the difference. Even the different in life, they white for a long time, they need to market their product. So even we say a product, even to market Christianity to Africa, that is marketing. Is some things you bring to people. Is some things you bring to them, they forgot everything's there. You see, in the movies, in the books, in everything's there. It's a market. That's how they're marketing it. They put Bible in each language in Africa. They translated in every single language. That is marketing. That is the brochure you put. Everything's there. It's the most sold book in the world.
You look at COVID, that was a prime example of marketing. They did absolutely well. People own family members are fighting within each other.
Yes, so that is the power of marketing. That's how they know. They want to sell their product. They want to give information to the people. They know how to do it. See, it's everything they do. Look when like football, soccer, EPL, that is marketing. That is huge marketing. And some things every child born want to watch that EPL soccer. That every child born want to play and to be in that teams everywhere. So they know how to market it. They market something you forgot what you have. You forgot who you are because you know this is me. This is what we want to see.
It's very, very powerful.
Yeah. See, but all those things at the end they can't make you happy. No. So also people have to know. So the things you have in you, the gift you have to look after yourself, you have to know the difference, what you have in yourself and what you go to get outside. See, health, happiness, beauty and love, those they are in you. So you don't get it from outside. You don't go to buy it to the marketing. Yes. You have to know. And only way you know. For me, the way I knew this is just I learned to know who I am, to know my mind's God. Identify as a human being. That is only what you have. What is your identification? Who you are? What is your mind? That is the key. When you know who you are, when you know you are God, your mind is your God, your power you have in yourself, everything change. Yeah, the power to look after yourself, your health, the power to be happy, the power to love people you want, to love yourself. See, the key, you have to love yourself. What you do, what you have. Yes, you have to change your mind to love what you do outside, even if you don't like it. The job you maybe don't like it, but you have to make sure you love it. You like it, so to be able to go to do it, love some to happy, and you know, people want always to be happy, and when you're happy, long time, it's the boring things to have.
What do you mean?
To be happy all the times.
It's boring.
It's boring. So life have to balance. Yes, life have to balance. You can't just go in things, everything happy. No. See, it become like that, it become boring and no one is going to like it. The reason people fight for it because they don't know how to get it. And you know, sometimes it's funny, and when people see smiling, they feel you are happy. And when people see the secret also could be happy, it's a fake it. See, when you fake it, people say, oh, you are happy. You look happy. See, it makes you feel good, even though you don't. But if you continue faking it, so later, it become in your mind. See? So you fake it, people sees you, think you are happy, but it's going to make their happiness come in. Because when people say, wow, you look happy. See, when people give you compliment, look how you feel inside you. Every simple compliment, it make your mind change. See, every comment, every positive, negative somebody gives to you, it make a huge difference in your mind. See, if you come to your boss, praise you before you start a job, it make a difference for your job. But you see, some jobs boss started with a job with angry, with insulting, you do things there, and then you start that jobs with a thing in mining. It's the wild things there. It's the special, it's the same when you are home. Family, a wife, a husband, the happiness should be started from home. Happiness should start when you wake up in the morning. But you have to plan it. You have to see, you have to learn it. You have to say, how can you be happy? It's a communication with your wife and your children. You start at home. Why do I leave my house? A place where you spend most of the time. A place where you spend with people you love ones. But you go to leave that door and happen. So that's the question you have to ask first yourself. That is a goal you have to make. It's a place you stay the whole day most of your time. And it's a place say, wow, this is my family, these things that I can do everything for my family. But you can't be happy. So how are you going to do everything for your family? Happiness starts with you in the family, in the house. Don't leave your door without make sure you're happy. Doesn't matter how you discuss how the conflict you did with your wife, or every anger you do the things there. Before you go, happy. See, people fight for small things there. Fight, you didn't wash these dishes. You do things that you didn't take the dog for walk. You didn't give the cat things there. Oh, honey, you forgot to bring this thing there. And that things make everything spoiled in the mood in the end life. You know, you're preparing to go somewhere. Somebody is late. Somebody's put his makeup, you and the car, you are waiting. And the time comes to the car to go to the function. No one talk to each other. No one thinks that. You see, those small things always have been bringing conflict with people. You know, you have been preparing to go somewhere in the wedding or function, everything there. One is late, one is ready. Man, the times go to the car, the times go to the function, no one talk to each other. That is how we support to solve. That is because that's the key. So you have to plan it. You have to make as your goal. I make my goal. I will never leave a house angry. And you make your goal. You feel you think every day before you leave.
I think it's such an important message. Also because, and I want to piggyback off going into relationships as well, because this is such a big topic. But that notion of when you wake up, how do I want to feel? You have to be able to have, even if it's a routine, and I'll give you an example. Me now, I've started when I wake up early, 30 minutes every morning, I do a meditation. And in this meditation, I make sure I connect to the love, to joy, to, you know, emotions. Because when you have powerful emotions, your subconscious mind, it accepts, believes, and surrenders them, you know. So I feel the joy of love. I feel the joy to be doing exactly what I love, getting deals, having a wonderful day. So when I start my day already, I'm already in joy. I'm already in love. I walk outside, I'm going and buying my coffee. I'm smiling, I'm enjoying. And of course, throughout the day, I'll have moments, but I remember those emotions. I remember those feelings. But what do most people do when they wake up? Go on their phones. So when you go on your phone, everything is outside. You're seeing someone bought this new car. Oh, this person is in a relationship. I'm not in a relationship. So everything that you wake up in is your environment and everything else around you. And we're living in a time now, why this is such an important talk, because it's the most anxiety, the most depression, and we have everything. We have everything in this world. We're the most technology advanced era we have ever been. But this is the time where it's the most mental challenging pressure right now for people. We talked earlier about racism, right? Nowadays, of course, that issue is dying out because why? People are facing wars. And what are the wars? Is with their own mind. The TV wants your mind. The companies want your mind. These social media platforms, they want your mind. So you're battling with yourself. This is a war that is happening as we speak, and it flows into everything else we're talking about, relationships. So let's talk a bit more about that, because it's very important to start. You can give yourself that feeling of love.
Yes, but it's within. So you have to love. You have to be happy. Make happy for yourself, and you wake up yourself. So the people around you also, they're going to be happy. So you can't control them. Yes, you can't control other people's happiness. So you have to control yours first. You see, you are happy. That is what yourself thinking in your mind. See, everything even you get, if you can't get it, they motivate you to get it. And if you can't afford it, just let it go. So, but it's the way of mind. You see, remember to change your mind to let it go. That is all happening. See, you want a coffee, and then you don't have $5 to buy coffee. Can you be having or you want cigarette, you want things that you used to smoke, and maybe, the smoke is finished. Are you able to be happy that day? Or you go to take your smoke and then somebody else has taken it. Is it change your mood to go, things there. So the things outside. So we use excuse because something is, or phone. Phone, it doesn't distract anyone. You distract yourself. See, if the phone distracts you, is because, again, if you go somewhere on the street, it's going to distract you. You see, the phone maybe make it easier, but the distraction is in your mind. Yes, there's nothing outside which can't make you, which decide what to go to be. Yes, see, because if you can't be happy by yourself, that is the put you put yourself in. For me, if I want to have a beer myself, I can go easily, nice in a place. I take my beer, I enjoy. I don't need anyone around me to tell me anything. See, to be alone, to be things your own way, of course, good to attract other people to come to you. If you feel you can't do some things by yourself, see, that is the mind. Because the love, the everything, it's within you. You have to have it in yourself. This is inside you. You're not going to get it away from anything there. And you see your kids show dad is happy, everybody's happy. She dad is angry, everybody is have the same. The mood is changing. Mom is not happy, the mood is changing. Parents become happy, and happy parents show their face, they are strong. We think that is the best to educate or discipline there. No, happiness is the key. Freedom, the kids is it make easier for the family. Don't let the kids come, we will fear you, we are scared about you. Everything there is shouting, everything there. It make a difference. You make a difference for people around you in a relationship. If you are happy, if you are angry, you change the mood. See, I used to see some things happening in the house. Everybody's angry. For what? For small things there. For somebody's late. For somebody says something there. For somebody he wears something. Those small things spoil people's mood. Spoil happiness mood. See, store positive mood because of simple things there. But when you, talk about it, think about it. Somebody's late to come down. So what? Next time, plan ahead, not to be late. Or somebody says something there, think. See, sometimes you think, but sometimes as we act, and then we think, and then it's too late.
And it's like you're dependent on someone else, or now you're upset because someone did something to you, or you go and try to find a girl and she doesn't want you, so now you're unhappy. But you should already have that love within you. And I think, is that why you think we have issues with relationships now? Because they don't have that love for themselves. So it's like, oh, I don't know who I am, or I don't know the power and the love that I already have. So maybe, wow, that girl's beautiful. Maybe she'll be able to give me that feeling. Or, do you think why we have an issue with relationships in today?
Yeah, so again, every issue now we have today, every issue, every problem people think they have is because they don't know who they are. So when you know who you are, when you know the power is within you to control everything, to make everything good or bad, it becomes a problem. And then you try to get outside.
Hey, let me tell you a story. One day I decided to take a family holiday and I left my mobile data off for about 5 minutes. I was charged over $500 when I saw my phone bill.
What?
I could not believe it. But the good news is, here at the Rabasha Family Podcast, we're all about effective solutions. How can we make great decisions, have that freedom, be able to give value to your life so you can learn from my experience? This video is sponsored by Airalo. Now, Airalo is the first eSIM company that gives you a SIM card digitally from anywhere in the world. so you can avoid those high roam charges, so you can now travel with freedom. You can travel with enjoyment, knowing that you are covered, knowing that you have everything within you. This is fantastic news, guys, and we're so proud to be able to provide and add value to your life. No matter where you are in the world, an eSIM digitally. No more high roam charges. What are you waiting for? Hit the link in the description and it'll take you to get your eSIM today.
Outside people to make you, to replace you, what you should have inside, and then you can get it. See, because outside bring their own. And also there are people also outside also who ready, who are waiting, the ones who don't have the power within themselves, who don't know who they are. And those people come in now to be their leaders, to tell them what they want to do things. That's what called the bullies, the one who control it. You know, that is how it works. The weaker one, always they become victim. Because they're strong-minded there, who's going to take them, to control them, to use them with the way they want it. That is how it is. That is how society, especially the young ones, everybody want to have friendship. Everybody want to be with the cool one. And the cool one had to take you somewhere because they have the powerful mind than you. So always the problem is, because these things is a second to know who you are. To know the power you have, the presence, the mind that God have to you, it make a difference if you don't know it.
Because we are super powerful beings. We have this brain, we have a nervous system, we have a heart that is the source and has all this wisdom.
God build you. It's God live in you. Every cell controlled by God because live within you. Every mind, every decision comes, it's within you. You can talk to your God 24/7. Is going to tell you every day. Everything you ask, you go to talk to Him every day. You can't be lonely. People think, oh, I'm lonely because you are myself. No, you never be lonely. Always there's somebody in you. That is God. That's what I keep telling you. Our mind is God. He's talk to you 24/7. Everywhere, where you go, what you're doing, what do you want to do, what you want to be, He's talking to you. What you see on television, what you see on the street, what you see everywhere. You never be lonely at all. It's a lie. If you say, oh, I'm lonely. Lonely for what? Talk to your mind. Talk to your God. See, these days when I wake up at night, because I like my sleeping, but sometimes I wake up. If I wake up, I can't talk, what do? Do I get angry? Oh, I can't sleep? If you can't sleep, you are lucky because you are awake. See, normally when you are asleep, you are semi-conscious. But when you are awake, why do you need to have a problem? Because you can't sleep. Oh, talk to your mind. Man, you go to talk to your mind everything in that 2 hours. And then later you go to feel back sleep. People complain, they couldn't get sleep. Oh, I can't sleep. I didn't sleep the whole night. So what? Are you going to die? Are you going to be anything there?
Yeah, but you need sleep.
You don't need sleep.
You do.
If you don't have it, it's in your body. There's some things which is in there. It's the happiness, is to know who you are. There is a reason you can't sleep. You have to know that. And if you can't sleep, there is no problem. I'm telling you. Of course, there's tiredness, there's that things there, but it's good to come. You never know, no matter who you are, when you're going to get tired for sleep. It may become during the day, it may become the times you don't want it. So that's another problem. Yes, you may want to sleep between 12 to midnight, and it's not there because what is in your mind, and then maybe come from 2 a.m. to 8. You see, that's how it works. But the sleep is going to come. Yes, and always you can't sleep, there's got to be a reason with that. Everything had to be reasoning with that. But again, it started making you angry. It started making your mood change. It started doing things that, no, you see, that is the things that, oh, why can't sleep? And you wake up, go down, eating, sleep, but talk to your mind. Why I'm not sleeping? Your mind is going to give you the answer. There's some things bothering you. Sit with your mind, talk to your mind in your bed. Don't go anywhere. Yes, talk to your God in your mind. See, you never been lonely in your life. We have been lying to ourselves. Oh, I'm lonely. No. That is why when I'm walking alone. I talk to myself. I feel much, everything's out in my mind. Every question, every problem, I go to think, I go to get solution to resolve it.
You have all the solutions within. Let me ask you, do you think depression is real?
I don't even know what is that.
Depression?
Yeah.
You don't know what it is?
Yeah. I can't lie to you. People keep saying on the news, oh, there's depression, there's everything's there. That is financial term.
No, it means like depression is like you're feeling low. Maybe you're low about life. Some people, maybe they get suicidal because they're depressed. Yeah.
Yes. Before you used to have those kind of things.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like you feel, I want money, I can't get the money. You feel something's wrong. You start thinking, and so what you go to do things there, you can't even get it. But later, it doesn't bother me. If I don't have it, I don't have it.
No, but people have like depression, like they stay in bed, then they go and they take antidepressants from the doctor. Oh, I'm depressed. Then he gives you a pill to take that helps with. So you've never heard of depression before?
No.
You see?
Yes, because it's in your mind here. So there is a simple therapy now. So when you start calling depression or you're calling, they have many names. And because when you see those names, how you go to buy those pills or everything's there. And that's how you call it depression. It's in your mind. It's the power you give your mind. Depression is the power you give to your mind. You give something power in you to control you. So depression is like juju in Africa. See, here they call depression. In Africa they call juju or evil or something there. So the power you give your mind is going to make you kill you. It's going to give you depression. It's going to give you anxiety. Is it anxiety?
Anxiety.
Anxiety is juju in Africa because there's no other name they can call it. You see? Those names is the power you give something in your mind. And when you give that power, it's going to mess you up. It's going to mess you up. You are walking like a zombie. Oh, I'm depressed. For what? Well, and when people tell you something, you get angry. Oh, because you don't know, you haven't experienced, you feel it. Change your mind, you go to see how it works. Know you are God, know powerful. Know there's no other power in your mind than yourself. God control every cells in you. God control everything. See? Everything, there's no way God punishing anyone because his body has everything there. That's why everything recovered. Everything's been recovered if you change your mind.
And it's so crazy because they've done such a good job to market it that people want to defend it. Like you said, no, but you don't know how I feel. These are real life issues. They've marketed it so well that you want to defend it. But then it makes sense because I think about it. If you're not depressed, then the pharmaceutical companies don't make that much money. Therapists, why do we have therapy here? Someone has to, it's an economy. So when I think about it, oh yeah, this depression, these mental health, of course it's good to talk about the most powerful tool that we have. But the way it's talked about it is often like, it's an economy.
It's a transaction. That's why I told you life is transaction. It's a transaction. That is why I like how the white man has marketing everything. In marketing, so also I discovered what we call culture. So white men culture, it's a more economical mind. Yes, they have a culture of coffee, they have culture to have dogs, they have culture to see, that's the cool culture, but it's based on economic.
Economy.
Yes. But as African culture is, oh, women, they can't do this, somebody can't do that, all those things there. It's more emotions.
Church.
Yes, our culture is different than the things there.
That's so true.
Yes, that's why we're different. Our culture for white, it's more economic. But our culture back home, Africa, it's more emotions. It's more how we go. So we control. But you remember, all those things we've been facing in Africa, even other communities, white or whatever, they used to have that, but they change. See, but as African, we say we can't change our culture. We have that power in the mind. We can't change what our ancestors they used to do, even though it's not good, it's not working. It's economical working. Now this is the powerful economy. So we should change to adapt that. But it become issue to adapt that, to accept that. Yes, that is the powerful tool. The economy. Look here when they do this, having a dog or a cat or pet industry in Australia, it's a billion industry. They create every child's mind to tell your parents to buy your pet. Kids don't sleep. Hey. Yeah. People travel, they feel not good because they left their dogs.
People here, they can abuse you, they can fight over their cat or their dog.
That's how they create industry, and which is good. It's so powerful industry you can have ever wish. It creates employment. Money.
You have to get a passport. You have to get insurance.
It's insurance. Now the dogs, they have a place where they go, like it's a clinic or it's a holiday home. Yes, if you are traveling, you're a few days, you don't have relatives who come to do things there. You take your dog there, they go to do things there. How much cost? A lot. It's employment. It's money. That is how the economy is successful. That is how the country grows. Because this is the money they put in circulation. This is the money it should be anyway.
It's so true. The Western society, like we say here in these countries, the culture is more economic.
Let's look at what economic. There's nothing else. That's what the core culture is more economic.
It's economic. Let's look at climate change. There's climate change, guys. Okay, so buy this electric car, because if you buy this electric car, you're saving the world. Oh, I'm saving nature. Everything that is put in your face so it's an economic culture. Wow, so true.
Yeah, like a coffee. Everybody, you go to have a coffee when you come to Australia. You like it or no? But you see, it's a good. That's why you find everywhere you go, there's a coffee shop. There's employment. It's more, and it is so good. We should learn the way. But back home, we think to change our mind, it's become hard.
On this path of life that I'm on right now, I'm always thinking about the future. I'm always thinking about my financial future. How can I make important moves now that are going to impact me when I'm older? This video is sponsored by Rise. Every time you get an income, you can set weekly, monthly, daily investment goals. You can put aside money while you're growing and seeking the best future for yourself. For me, what I do is every week I have an amount and it puts the money into the stock market. It's all about compounded interest. The actions and the things that you do today are impacting your future. So for me to continually having that compounding interest of money being put away into the stock market, by the time I'm 30, 40, 50 50 years old, that amount is generational wealth. That is the power of compounded interest. It's always important to think about your future, always important to think about tomorrow and 20 to 30, 40 years from now. What Rise has done with the Rabasha Family Podcast, they're going to give you $5 once you sign up with the Rise app and you're approved. You can start your financial journey today. None of this is financial advice. Hit the link in the description, get $5 into your account once you're approved, and get started on your investment journey today. What about like when have you ever had times where you've been like mentally challenged or like really low in your life?
Yes, long time ago, since the times I used not to have changed my mind yet. Yeah, so when you didn't know the difference, so when you don't know who you are, you live in the world of outside world. Of course, during the life changing, you are low, you start working, all those things comes in the times, and there's many things some people face, and sometimes when you don't think about it straight away, it doesn't affect you much. So like now, during the war, I never think about it much, so it didn't affect me much. And to immigrate to Kenya, and also to immigrate here, so it was part of life, because you can see life keep changing. But there's some things happen to me which is make my mind like, wow, so why could it be happening it? It's when when we see sometimes you have family, you have kids. So when my son was could be able to to control him, to talk to him, and that the things which put your mind in a different mood. Yes, when you can deal with your son, when your daughter or whatever, you tell him what to do. It's well, and you see, remember, because it's their mind growing, and that challenge for a parent, it's powerful. So that is outside energy, not within you, but because it's belong to you. And so normally you think it's belong to us, but it's somebody else. But it distress you, it change your mind, it brings you, you look to yourself and say, well, and you start questioning yourself. But that times now, every parent, I think, when you have that moment, it's a big challenge.
So do you think it's the challenge? It's like, it's my son, so it belongs to me. I should be able to.
Yes, you should be able to do this and this and this. And if you can do that, so in the white, in normal society is how we think. So that's how there was a war. So that's why I used to wonder why parents can kick out his son or his daughter. So those are the things, that the things mind, it doesn't judge each other. See, we thought because our bodies, our flesh, we are brothers, they are my daughters, my sons, So you think because that is their body, their kids, you are fresh, and you think you can control it. But the mind is different. So they always wonder why people fight. So the war of mind, because that person wants to show his mind, the mind is telling him something there, or outside mind is controlling him, and you can't control.
You can't control him.
So that is the war. That is the things there. That will somebody do this. Go to live your own, go to have your life. And you see those people go to live their life and they live. See, it doesn't matter what condition they live, but they live. And then later maybe they can come back. But that is the war, is something there. And again, to able to manage it, it's where wow, it's true. This is not my mind. This God is belong to somebody else. This is me. So control yourself. So, and also other things parents we used to have, and I know for me, I used to have it, is when your kids are younger and you see other children, so always we try to judge other children. I used to judge other kids. We judge other kids, the whole thing there. You see those kids there. Because your kids is still young. See, you have that power to judge other people, especially as people we used to be Christian and go to churches. Always we judge other people outside. And you see, what you have judged other people, children, is going to come to you.
And to your children.
Go to see it to your children like, wow, how did this come? See, see, parents, make sure what you are judging other people. If you do it, if you're young, change it, leave it, leave other people, children do whatever they do. Just see them smile things there. But man, this is my experience. Do not judge other children, because you know what happened is going to come exactly. You know, things which happen in this world, they're the same. For 100 years, 1,000 is the same things. People think the world has changed. What has changed? Only just technology, easy to access the information.
That's it.
That's it. But the life is still the same. The way people behave, the way people get out of control, the way parents fight with their children, the way we are starting using technology. No. This is wars of mind. They were there since we were children.
For a long time.
For long times. Even every country is the same. There is no different. There is no different. And you see, the other thing is when you start to immigrate. When you immigrate to the countries, instead to be happy to enjoy what those countries they have, we start complaining. Why do you immigrant, you leave, come to Australia and then start complaining what is there? What is things there? Instead to embrace is, instead to enjoy what you found it there. Wherever you go, enjoy what is there. See, that is the power, man. Enjoy what you found there. Enjoy what is happening there. Enjoy what you can call it culture or everything there. But people try to come with their cultures and their bad, the things that make you happy. No, you could be happy. Even that, of course, can still make you happy to live in your culture in different place. But you can even mix them. You become even much even happier. Embrace what you have. Embrace where you are. See, that's why you can see African community. You see, we're growing, and even more we're growing is so those divisions. See, that's why always African have those small conflicts. See, like now we have Africans. See, which you leave Africa, they call it Africans. So now we have African Americans. See, Africans who are in Africa, all black and many African Americans. See, it's different. Now we have Australians, African Australians. See, that is another identification again. You have African Muslim, you have African Christian. You see, so those has outside identification. Those distracting.
It's so distracting.
Yes, we can't be united as African, as a black, because of all those categories we put in ourselves. Oh, African diasporas. See, a diaspora African think is different, like the one back home. Mm-hmm. You see, those names, those things there, distract us. You know?
And it's like it distracts us because you don't know who you are, you don't know your power, and it makes so much sense. You look at, you know, whether it's terrorism. Why is there terrorism? It's because someone doesn't know who they are. They feel that they are a byproduct of their identity. Someone has controlled their mind. So that's why you could look at someone who does a terrorist attack and don't they feel bad? No, they feel joyful. They feel happy. They believe they're doing the right thing because they're limited. It's the same one who says, I'm an American and I'm going to go to war for my country, because they're wrapped up in their identity. You're a global citizen. How can you're American, you're Australian? This is a land. It's a global land.
So not even when always you will look. So when somebody say, who are you? Especially like if you tell me to describe you now, I saw I'm a black man. That's it. See, a human being. If you are white, I say, oh, I saw a white man. That is it, identification. See? Straight away, what you can see to someone. See, you're not going to know anything else you got to tell me. You have to tell me, because I don't know anything else about you. See? So that, well, who you are, you're just human being. you're black, you're human being, you are white. That's why God has created us different.
This is just an avatar. I'm not. It's just it's this. This is who I am, and it's maybe hard to explain like that. And it's crazy because I feel when I meditate, it's weird because I really now like I become an awareness. So I start to feel that. So I'm feeling that breath going in and out, and that is like it's weird because it shows you this inner power, inner essence. This thing here, you see, this heart. Right? When it's breathing in and out, it doesn't know how much money I have in my bank account. This heart here, when it's breathing in and out, it doesn't know who my parents are. It doesn't know. No, this, we're given our names. We're given this conscious soul can be, this thing here can be in a different country here. Like, that's what I'm saying. We're wrapped up in our identity.
Yes, for nothing. But again, your stomach doesn't care.
Doesn't even know how much money you have. It doesn't know.
The stomach, it doesn't care what you do, what you have to feed it. It doesn't know if you immigrant to Australia. It doesn't know if you're Joe. No, one thinks you have to feed it. And you see people, when you're feeding it. You see, you need to feed the stomach sometimes. It become also other condition comes with it. There are people who feed their stomach with good ethic working. Get money, feed them nice and comfort places. There are the people who feed it in the war. There are the people who feed it to committing crime. That is how they feed their stomach. And that's how it happened. There are the people who sell their body to fill their stomach. There's all those things, people used to call them sin. There's no sin. Everything people do is to feed their stomach. Mm-hmm. There is no way God has called it to see if what they're doing instead feeding their stomach. But it's wrong to the community, yes. In the eyes of community, yes, it's wrong. But in the eyes for their stomach, it's how they feel. They can feed until they change their mind, until they know their power. What I'm teaching you, your mind is called, is power within you. Mm-hmm. Is the power change everything within you. Everything you have missed when you know you have it in yourself. And you change entire life. Change entire life.
I want to go back to what we talked about earlier. And I think you said some very interesting things when it comes to children. So how do you expect a parent, or what advice do you give to your parent where, like you said, maybe you have a son, a daughter, you're trying to talk to them, things are not working, they're rebellious, they're rebelling you. As your child, how do you not go to sleep and you're worrying about it, you're thinking about it, like, because it's the fruit of who you are, it's your essence. How do you as a parent, because that's what a lot of parents face today, and I can imagine it, and it makes so much sense. You look at wealthy parents. I saw Dame Dash, he said, I'm so successful, look what I am. People outside listen to me. The hardest people I can get to listen to me are my children. And you think because of me, what I've achieved, this house we're living in, you can be able to influence maybe your children more. You have some kids, maybe their fathers, they're footballers, and because of their mind, they go in that path. And then the father is just that influence.
Hey guys, I know you enjoying this video, but I got some exciting news for you. If you're like us here at the Rabasha Family Podcast, and like myself, we all about drink, we all about traveling in style. Now this video is brought to you by Booking.com. Now we all know when it comes to holidays, when it comes to choosing a destination and having the best extensive information and flexibility, Booking.com are gonna do it for you. We've been able to plan so many holidays with our family, our friends, bringing love, bringing joy, bringing inspiration. Life is so precious, life is so joyful, and you always wanna do things with style. You always wanna do things with such confidence and drip that you don't wanna miss out. When it comes to looking for amazing accommodation, hotels, whatever it is, Booking.com is the place to go. I personally experienced it, and it's all about giving value and service to people's lives. Click the link in the description, you don't wanna miss out on that. And let's get back to the video.
So, and it makes so much sense. You see the wealthy, they're fighting their children, some even the bombs, the alcohol, whatever the case is. So how, as a parent, can you not have that stress, that anxiety? You're going to sleep and you're thinking about your child not doing what you want. How do parents...
See, that was it. So I changed. So because even before, I used to feel that way.
That worried.
Yes, that worried and everything there. But now, as I grow, as I change, I start working with my mind. God told me, you look after yourself first. Your mind is you. You have to accept that person has different mind, the way they grow, the way to live. So that is why our minds God make us to live identification, to know who you are. So your child, and what you do as a parent is because they have that innocence life. They live in innocence mode where they want to be looked after, where they want to express their powerful mind. So if parents also you have your powerful strong, that is clash.
What do you mean?
So you want to tell your person what to do, your son to do this. This is the best way. You go to school, you do things there. But the society is telling him something that's different. See, that is a war. So the good things are, it's to absorb it as parents, accept it, and experience it. Let experiencing it. You have peace of mind. Only what you do, you control him, you feed him, you do as a parent what you should do. Whatever you should be doing to him to look after him. But what his mind is telling him, let him do it. Let him, because he become powerful, he does it, you could support him. So you could support him whatever he does. If you want to do this, if you need a contribution, do that. But if he goes to drugs, that you can't control it. You go to feel bad, yes. Only things, when you're good, you're powerful in your mind, you say, look, there's a consequence is going to come. Because there is somebody who's selling in the market today. If your child is going to be one of them, let it be one of them. See, you used to think, oh, my child can't be like this. Why? Who said your child can't be like that? Who said your child can't take drugs? Who said your child can't be who and who? Who's going to do that job? Every child born as a woman, everything you see on the street is between everybody's a child of a person.
Mm-hmm. You look at the news.
Yes, you look at the news, somebody
is someone's child. You look at the news and then you judge. Oh my goodness, how can that person do, like you said earlier.
And how it used to be. Yes, what the heck? Where the parents were there? Until your child going and then you wonder, oh, this is what I used to say, people.
You go and judge other
children.
children.
You go to see TV. Say, oh, look, those kids, what they're doing on the television. And you don't know what your child is going to be the same things there. You see, that's how you grow. That is how you know, oh, things there. See? And see, the other things there, you start feeling guilty yourself.
Why?
Because, oh, maybe I did something wrong. Nothing wrong we did. There's nothing wrong we did. Your dedication. Did you abuse your family? Did you abuse your kids? No. Does your kids know he live a good life with you? Yes. His mind is going to tell him. He's got to grow. He's got to get his children. See, my dad was good. My dad was abused. Or my dad was things. Everybody knows why and what he's doing. It's the same as the parents. How are we when you are young? How were we when you are growing up? Do we have this war between? Yes. Why do you worry? We worried a lot. And I'm sure my parents could be worried if I was going to survive to look after my kids, everything there. See, like now, look, I'm growing. I'm sure my parents, but see, like I can tell you a bit story. Do you have time? So like a story when we grew up in Rwanda. So there's these things you have to happen, but it's a long story. So, but that's why I'm growing. And everything goes back to where I was growing up. Because when you were kids, you don't know. We don't know what the situation is happening. But now when you look, after 5 years, you say, oh, that's how life used to be. So what happened now? So in Rwanda, see, my father had 2 wives. So my mom, she was young one. And then they had a house, a wife. But you see, so in Rwanda again, my father, he came from his own village to become most powerful businessman in Kigali. So everybody moved from different state to live, to make business. See, that's how another powerful mind. He left his village. He was doing their business, and then he came in Kigali city center, and then he does his business from a village, from a poor family, and to become more successful partner. So he married my mom when he was young. So because now, in that time, so legally, they were not married because he has 2 wives. So the first wife is the one who married legally. That's how it used to be in Rwanda. So now, he has money, he get another wife, and then he get children. So the kids growing, we eat like our stepsister, we growing, everything there. It's normal. So now, my mom, the situation was in is she's not married. And what happened, if anything could have happened to my father, passed away. So what will come? So they could have kicked out my mom and his children. You see, she live in that fear.
Your mom?
Yes. You see, I'm thinking now, so I'm not sure. So because now as I'm growing, I could see back. So it could be because our family friends used to happen like that. See, they have the same condition. Their parents died. When the young family, the wife, straight away, they kicked out and as you to.
But who comes and takes it?
So the old family.
So let's say, for example, if something would have happened to your father, his wife from the village would come and take everything he owns.
Yes, and his kids.
And the kids.
Yes. And then the one who's not, he goes out with kids. No, they kick them out.
Why do you think he didn't marry your mom?
So that's the question we don't know. To be married, but a long time to marry two wives, it's normal in Africa if you are so successful. And of course, take advantage. You never know the reason is there.
Wow.
But you see, so that's not the problem. It's why the family, this one, it can hate this one in the same family.
Did you guys have that? Like that side, or was there kind of that tension?
Yeah, but as we're different, because as we were younger, our stepsisters, they were older. But maybe that tension always is going to be there because the parents, the mom, everything's there. So those tensions were there because, as I told you the example, other people we know it's happening. You can't see those kids anymore because the fightings between. You see, that is the worried. That is the worried parents grow up worried. See, but now we growing things there. See that now the things we learn in this mind. If you know your mind there, you know go to worry about children. They go to grow. So that is each parents get scared how I'm going to do things there. How I'm going to worry about things there. See, that is the condition we was in. So it's the same like now. If we came in Australia, so to the time you get the process for visa, it took 2 years. So that period, when you don't have permanent resident, everything there, stress, it's worried. It doesn't matter how money you could be having. You live in Australia, you don't have your status. When you have kids, go to school, there's everything sometimes kids they can't do. It's worried. It's worried, make parents don't sleep. Just to get a visa, just to take a sample things there, it make parents don't sleep. It make parents don't have mind things there. See, all those things you go through, experience. But because you live in the world, you live in the fear with the people. But it's good to come. But when you know your mind is changing there, it's only which make you release that pressure. But we live in that pressure, not having the documentation. You get worried. And then you get the document. And then you get the citizen. And you get everything, the paper. And then the child said, no, I don't want to do that. See, another war. It doesn't matter who you are. Because his mind is telling him to do things there. And that is why it could be anyone. That's why you see pastors, you could preach. The whole, you have followers, people.
For your children.
Yes, because you remember your children, if that is just body, mean nothing. It mean nothing. Yes. The mind is which control everything.
It's so true, because even with our bodies, like our bodies, they're born with, or we're born with the, let's say, the expressions or the DNA and the memories. So our bodies, that we're born with memories from our grandfathers, from our forefathers. We're born with your avatar that you have. It's born with those memories.
Your mom can see you. Oh, Eve walk like my dad. Eve have something like that. Yes, that's how it is. Yes. That's how God is unique. That the thing is there, and every children is different. See, every child could have those criteria from the things from great grandparents. Everything is there. See, that's the power of God has created in me. That is how when you see your child be like that, is the power you can't control, which is mind, which is God. What you do, accept it. Accept it politely. Accept it positively until it's going to come, until it's going to do things. There's nothing wrong with it's going to be happening. There's nothing. There's a stage you don't want to wish to happening, but that stage end. Because even you, when you go back, you look at your stage, it have been up and down, up and down.
We have our stages.
Yes. So let the child be what he do things. It's hard. I know experience. It's hard, but when you know you are God, it doesn't hurt anymore. You embrace it, you accept it, you miss it, you lose it, but you think you are losing it. No, it wasn't meant to be that way. Yes, sometimes you think this is going to be way, it doesn't become way. That's people get angry. That's going to think that. That's when you kick out. Don't kick out your children. Sometimes you spoil bad behavior. Parents, I could say something. You spoil bad behavior to be able to live a positive mood, because it's you. It's you have to look after yourself. That's why I say when you look the airplane, they told you, put your mask for yourself. They don't say put the mask to your child first. No, that is my message, guys. Yes, I know it's true, but you can't control it. Just leave it. Leave it. The society is going to control it. The society is going to put it online. That is how it works. Yes, but for you, if you go to worried, you're spoiling yourself. You're spoiling your life. You're spoiling your mind. You have stress you don't want to have. You bring sickness you don't want to have. You bring war within yourself. Free your mind. Give that freedom to that mind. And it's good to learn from outside. And it's good to learn a good lesson which you got to make him to grow.
It's so true, because it's like I was saying, with the body, we're born with the memories and the features of our forefathers, ancestors. And so maybe when you look at your son, it's my child. Why can't I control him, or why can't I influence it? But you can't influence that consciousness that he has, that mind. What you can do is, though, if you're able to, and when I say influence it, you can't control it, but you can influence or guide them in a way where, imagine you teach your child from a young age where they're most susceptible, where they have the most auto-suggestion, because at that age they're learning from the world. Imagine you teach your child that you are a God. Imagine if you teach your child that you are limitless, you are eternal, you have a name, you have this body, but forget about that. The most important thing that you have is what is within. So imagine if we can now teach our children that important message, I think it will really be steadfast for their futures.
Yes, it's like even when you look, I could say example. It doesn't matter who are you. Look, what's his name? Is it Prince
Harry?
Prince Harry. You see, so the kid who could think, oh, if I was born in that family, I can't do what Harry did. See, is the same what Harry did is the same like any other child doing things from his parents. It's the same thing. Why are kids who say, "Oh, I didn't want this princess"? Why somebody live that lifestyle?
He has everything.
Yes. Why? It's similar. Our mind is so powerful. It doesn't care what bodyguard, what life thinks, what powerful it is. The mind changes. Say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter all those things there. That's how it works. If Harry can do that, it's the same way your child do that from anywhere, in any street, in any way. Yes.
It's true. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in for another episode. We hope you enjoyed this, another great and fantastic talk. We have a lot more content on the way, guys. We thank you so much for the support. I think we can even do a whole episode with parents and children and raising children, because I just think these are the conversations that we need to have, that people will be getting joy from. Let me just start this again. So, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode. Thanks, Dad.
Thank you guys, and keep supporting us, and we see the next episode. Thank you.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're going to love that one.